I, for one, think Topher should be made to leave his own swearing in the highlights version of this video as well. As the YouTube stream has just opened up with Topher's swearing front and centre on the screen. Can you believe it, boys and girls? What an example to set. What a monster. Everybody, exclamation mark Topher in the chat. Get him fired. He's a disgrace. Goodness me. Hello, boys and girls. How are we all doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? This is my first stream in 2 whole weeks. Apologies we didn't get that last stream in on the Thursday before I went on the cruise. I'm running like 4 channels now. This is the 4th piece of content. The 6th piece of content across 6 different channels and platforms I've released today. I need to lie down. But yeah, we are back to the normal schedule for a little while now. Tuesdays and Thursdays. The odd ambitious Sunday that I'll never promise. But yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays for the foreseeable. Welcome back. And we're continuing with Bedford. But first, what on earth is going on Twitch, you maniacs? We've got a level 4 hype train already going on. This is what I swear I should just stream twice a month, because every time I come back after a little break, you lot go bananas. I love it. Hello YouTube. I see you're here as well. But firstly, I've got some people to thank on Twitch. So hold on, let's get to the right end of this list and start saying some names. So Alex, thank you for 38 months. CJ, thank you for 22 months. Luha, thank you for 13 months. Ross, 20 months, thank you. James, thank you for 39 months. Kieran, thank you for 13 months. Gary, thank you for 13 months. Captain Man the Dan, thank you for 24 months. Rocket Dan, thank you for 23 months. Are Rocket Dan and Captain Man the Dan related? They have the same surname. Oliver, thank you very much for 16 months. Mr. Gavlar, 39 months. Tar. Double Y Guy, thank you for 17 months. American FM Guy, thank you for 34 months. Damo, thank you for 12 months. Officially the best year of your life. Freddie, thank you for 60 months. Topher, he's on a timeout for swearing, but I guess a reluctant thank you for just the 77 months. Is that all? The YTJ, thank you for 51 months. And Siggy, thank you for 31 months. What a time to be alive. Round of applause to everybody who got involved in that. And also, welcome along to my last ever stream to only 2 platforms, because Matt's coming round to play tomorrow, and as well as fixing the microphone, which yes has lost its noise gate again apparently, because it first stream back after Christmas we noticed it, first stream back after the cruise I'm noticing it apparently, and Matt says this could be a thing, my audio device, when it loses power for a sustained period, loses its settings and resets to default. But yeah, he's coming to fix that tomorrow. And while he's here, he's setting us up so we can multi-stream to Twitch, YouTube and Kick. Because I am now also a Kick partner, because they asked very nicely. So anyone who really likes to watch streams on Kick will now be able to have their dreams come true as of Thursday night stream. So if you use that platform and are not yet following me on there, I'll leave it to you to guess my name over there. But yes, you can now find me over there. Hopefully with a little tick next to my name if they've set it all up properly. But let's do a YouTube intro and crack on, because we have got business to attend to this evening. Boys and girls, it's been a little while, but we are at the business end of the greatest season in the history of Bedford Town Football Club. We are currently 13 points clear of 3rd place with 11 games to go. Yes, we're 11 points off the top of the table. We're not going to let that get us down. We're not winning the league, but we're also probably getting promoted unless we have an almighty bottle job from here. What I would say is this is the first time we're playing in this save since the update came out last week. So there is the possibility that nothing works anymore. Imagine if they've broken McGilligot. But fingers crossed, this should be Bedford getting promoted to the Championship. And wouldn't that be a lovely thing? Boom. Boom. Right, Topher's typing heat maps. I've recorded 3 YouTube videos in the last day and a half, and I still haven't found these heat maps. I don't ever remember seeing them in previous versions of the game. I don't believe they exist. And I certainly don't care that they exist. I thought they were pass maps anyway. Have I misunderstood what's coming back? Either way, I don't care. Surely heat maps are the ones that have the different colours that show where the player's been standing, and pass maps are those ridiculous ones with the lines on showing where the passes are going. They can't be the same thing, surely. Liam, thank you for 36 months. Yeah, this is a situation. Look at us. Look at us. Oh, and yeah, if you haven't played FM26 recently, the other thing I've noticed since the update, 'tis a bit laggy. It wasn't laggy before. It's a bit laggy now. So hopefully that's going to be fixed in the near future. I don't think we've had the end of January transfer window update yet, have we? I don't think that was bundled in. So presumably that's going to be fixed at some point because, yeah, it's a bit laggy. Laggy. Apparently it's in the data hub. Well, that leads me to my next question. Where's the data hub? Is that what? I doubt I've got that as a shortcut, have I? Data hub. Data hub. I might have to use the search bar. It's certainly not something I'd ever want to look at. Ah! Look at me! I've got a shortcut for it! Data hub. What am I looking for in here then? Last match. Oh, look at this. I mean, anyone who claims that's in any way useful needs to get a life. What's that telling me? That is literally telling me absolutely nothing. Oh, thanks to this great new feature, I can vaguely see the formation we played in the last game because I didn't know that already. What is the point? Why did everyone make such a fuss about this? It is nonsense. Absolute worthless nonsense. I don't know. I honestly don't understand what people are doing with their time if they feel like they needed this. But there you go. It's back. Congratulations, everybody. You win. Oh, my word. What a waste of time. That is the last time you'll ever see me. Look at that. I've got a hype chest, apparently. I'm opening my hype chest, which gives me a plot twist emote. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what's happening. I will hydrate, though. Oh, what's this delicious beverage I'm drinking? That's been all around Europe with me over the last week. Thank you, Holy, for making delicious beverages and for sponsoring the stream. That is the lime, matcha and mint one that I basically drink all day, every day now. It's my favourite beverage. I took it with me on the cruise as well. I've basically drunk nothing but that and free buffet coffee. That's all I've drunk over the last week while I've been on the cruise. It's been marvellous. Right, what's going on? Who are we playing? We're not playing anybody for like a week and a half. Why are we not ready to play the next match? Goodness me. What's going on? Right. Let's do a football, shall we? In about 15 minutes when we eventually get to... Is that new? I just don't need any of it. Apparently Jay Neal should be taking corners. I strongly disagree. Oh, that's not ideal. Martin Byrne is out for the season with a hernia. My only experience of hernias is Joey Tribbiani getting one in Friends and it hurt him, so... I assume Martin Byrne's quite uncomfortable at the moment. Do Posh play tonight? I don't think so. Hold on. I don't think so. I don't even know what day of the week it is. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Oh, hang on. We're away against Barnsley. Hold the phone. How did I not know that was happening? Well, we'll need to get the telly on a little bit nearer the time. I didn't even know it was Tuesday. I don't know what's going on. Oh, right. What's going on here? Johnny Day isn't getting enough. Oh, he's not good enough to get the playing time he wants. Well, he is. He's Johnny Day. What day is it? I mean, I might not know what day it is, but I do know what day it is. It's Johnny Day. And that's the only day we need to know about. Will Kev Sky Plus stream work? I mean, it should do. The only time it doesn't work is when I'm streaming. Right. Bearing in mind, I was able to sit on a cruise ship with terrible internet and stream both Posh and Arsenal at the same time through a VPN that will remain nameless until they sponsor us again. I should be able to watch the telly in my own house, shouldn't I? You would think. Fleming, thank you for 76 months. Did I have my evening kebab with a Horlicks? Only once. I mean, it was a real demonstration that I'm not as fat as I was a year ago, because when we were on our cruise this time last year, we were definitely 4 meals a day minimum. First day of the cruise, boarding day, I was so excited at the fact I was going to have buffet food that I didn't have lunch. So we did get on the ship on the first day. We had a restaurant meal, and then we went for kebab and a Horlicks at like midnight to get me to 3 meals. There was only one other day on the entire trip we went for that late night meal, and that was the day that Anna didn't like dinner. I can't do 4 meals a day anymore. I'm genuinely a little bit ashamed of myself. Frankly, I need to reassess whether cruising is actually good value for money if I'm only having 3 meals a day. I was that disappointed in the situation. I did have a Guinness Zero, that is true. I had 1 Guinness Zero over the course of the week. You've caught me there. You've found me out. Took me 4 days to find where they were hiding them on the ship. Imagine stocking Guinness Zero on a ship, but not having it in any of the bars or restaurants. The only place you can get it is at the pool bar, because there's no place I'd rather drink a Guinness than next to a swimming pool. I want one when I'm watching the football in the pub. Nah. I want one with my meal. Nah. When I'm wet and shirtless, that's when I want a Guinness, please. Silly old P&O, eh? Silly old P&O. No. Just smacked my cup into my microphone stand. Unpaid, thank you very much for the 9 months. Burrow, thank you very much for the 29 months. When am I at Bricktastic? Saturday. I'm in Manchester all weekend, but I've only got tickets for Saturday. We're going to do travel-y stuff, because the vlog channel has actually come back to life. So we're going to try and make a video for that on Sunday, I think. Bond Streams, thank you for 25 months. And Wayne, thank you for 44 months. Saw you building Lego and people crying about it on TikTok. I mean, people are always going to find something to cry about, aren't they? My stock response to that now is, yeah, and I'm getting paid to do it. And that really upsets them. Right, who are Port Vale? How good are they? They're 13th in the league. Let's go and wallop them. This is a big test. If the update has broken my tactic and broken my team and broken McGilligot, it'll all be disastrous. Enjoy how he's saying he doesn't know what day it is. As it was Tuesday the 17th of February, both in game and in real life. Was it, by golly? Look at you with your eyes. Fancy eyes over there on the YouTube chat. Watching with my son Riley, who's watching you for the first time. If you could say hello, that would be much appreciated. Hello Riley, how are you doing? Good choice of content for the evening. Well played. Tim, thank you very much for 10 months as well. Right, this cup needs to move. I've clanged it into my microphone stand twice already. Which ones are we? We're the blue ones, are we? Did I say thank you to Tim? I might have done. My form has been bad. It can't have been that bad. Surely. And now we've lost our big centre-back. How am I liking? What am I using my Meta glasses for? Since I see them in all the travel vlogs / Lego videos. I think they're... That's a good goal. I think they're a fantastic product. I really like them. I really wish they did some that filmed in horizontal as well as vertical. Because at the moment I can only use them for making TikToks and Reels. Can't really use them for YouTube content, but they're fantastic for POV stuff. They're fantastic for like shopping stuff. They're fantastic for secretly filming shopping stuff if you're in a place where they don't really want you filming. I would never film when I've been asked not to, but sometimes you get that vibe that if they notice, they probably won't want you filming. So the more secretively I can do it, the better, and get as much content as I can before I'm asked to stop. That's why I film a lot of my Lego shopping videos on my phone rather than a camera, because it's more subtle. And the glasses are even more subtle than that. But yeah, I think they're really cool. I think they're a really good product, and fingers crossed they do a version that films 4K horizontal, and then I'll use them even more, because then I can use them for both YouTube and the short form content, which would be super duper. Meta glasses are getting used by perverts to harass women. Yeah, I mean, so are cameras, so are phones. Pervert's going to pervert. It's like saying, oh, I'm actually not going to make the comparison I was just going to make because it's mental. But yeah, you can't blame... You can't... Now we have a game of guess what Kev was about to say. No. Yeah, people are always going to try and ruin everything by being pervy weirdos. But if you use them the way they're intended to be used, they're an awesome bit of kit, for goodness sake. We've just lost our 6'4" defender, and now McGallagher's broken his leg. That, boys and girls, is season over. Who the hell is this guy? Don't even know who he is. We're going to bring Ollie Thomas on because I remember him. Yeah, yeah, like I say, the Meta glasses are brilliant. In summary. Sammy, thank you very much for 2 months. The cruise was a delight. I saw, as I excitedly sent you while I was there, I saw a holy billboard in Hamburg and was so giddy. I sent a video of me being giddy to Sammy saying, look what I've seen! Because I need to get a life. But that was a very exciting moment for me. Probably the highlight of the week. I sent you a message on Instagram about it, but I figured you haven't seen it. I don't check my Instagram messages. I'm a monster. I live in Orlando and work for a certain company you're going to. I can help out while you're here. What, I mean, do we... I mean, I imagine you're being cryptic to protect yourself rather than protect me, but are you telling me you work for Disney? Or do you work for Universal? Or we might have to have a chat. Which of my Instagrams have you messaged me on? Ollie bleeping Thomas. Meta glasses are much harder to tell. We've seen some TikToks that weirded me out. I don't know. Is it harder to tell than if I'm sat in the corner, like if I'm sat on the bus like this? There's absolute... You can't tell at the moment whether I'm filming or not. There's literally nothing to indicate that I'm filming. I don't think my Meta glasses are in here. Are they in my bag? I don't know where I've put them. Here they are. Whereas if I put these on... Oh, pop these on. Give them a minute to just wake up. They need to connect. I now can't see the screen because these are not prescription. I wear them with contact lenses. Hello, are you there, Meta? Hello.
Battery 100%.
Right. But now I'm filming. I think. Yeah. Now I'm filming and there's a big red light on them. So compare that to this. It's actually easier to tell I'm filming with these than with this because I could just be using my phone. So I just don't buy that they make it easier for perverts to pervert. I think there's people who've just got it in for Meta, which, fair enough, Facebook is full of wallies anyway, but I think as a bit of tech, they're great. Wandering Bolt, thank you for 59 months. Rab, thank you for 38 months. Pete, thank you for 2 months. The LOLLUJO Instagram, right, I'll have to log into that. I'll have a look after the stream. There's a new feature in the live league table during the match. Oh. Get me back in a highlight. I want to see what... Did they just miss a penalty? I wasn't even watching. Someone distracted me with a live league table and I think I've just missed a missed penalty. I can't remember how to play Football Manager. I've been gone too long. Right, get me back into a highlight. Perverts are going to pervert anyway. Yeah, exactly. But it's the argument I've always made, like when you can't take cameras. I remember going to watch the wrestling years ago and they wouldn't let me in with a camera. And it wasn't like I took a big, like, professional camera. It was just a little point and shoot camera and they made me take it back to my car, which luckily I had my car with me. If I'd have got on the train, I'm not sure what they would have expected from me. But my argument at the time was you're letting everyone in with their phones. It's a tiny little point and shoot camera. Are you honestly telling me that My tens machine has stopped working. Are you honestly telling me that you don't think people can film on their phone? So you're not letting me in with this camera? Right, hold on. What have we got up here now? Okay, this is quite cool. We've not been able to have this on the screen for a long time. I like that being there. Will that stay up there between highlights, or do I have to pause and go and find it? 'Cause it's less useful if I have to go and put it on manually every time. But if I can leave that on as just a permanent thing, that's cool. I like that. You can also see a live pass map, can you? Where's that live? Is that on here? Someone said it was in here in the YouTube comments. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely feel like this is Sports Interactive just trolling. They're like, oh, you want pass maps, do you? Yeah, oh, pass maps. Leave that on forever. That's more useful than any of the information we had before. Leave them on forever. Love it. We want a football match. FOMO Flow, thank you for 33 months. Did the FM update break Mr. Tickle in real life? It seems that way. He has. I mean, I had shin splints when I was younger. I didn't get an immediate red injury enough to be substituted. That's a weird thing to be effectively stretchered off, and then it turns out it's shin splints. I'm confused. But yeah, we were without both of our big men for the run-in. That's Miguel got effectively out for the season as well. I haven't used the kits yet. I will try and remember before the next stream. Like I said at the start of the stream, it was a very, very busy week in the run-up to me going away because I had to pre-record. I've never had to do it because Block Party's never been such a big thing before. It's kind of exploded in the last 6 months. So I've never before had to record a week in advance for this channel and that channel. And it took a little longer than I expected. That last day before I went, pretty much the whole day was spent doing thumbnails and titles for Block Party. I need to hire someone, I think, to help with that channel. My tens machine keeps disconnecting. I've got a fancy wireless one now because I kept getting tangled in the wires. My back, by the way, is wrecked. We're going to try and get through the stream, but it is wrecked. Topher, you can't do thumbnails and titles. You're an editor. I don't need an editor. The videos are really easy to edit. The thing that takes a long time is packaging them. You need to go on a thumbnail course. So no one's surprised they figured out how to turn the light off. Again, people are going to hack stuff. I just don't think you can blame a pair of glasses for someone being a pervert. They're a pervert because they're a pervert. So who is this guy? I don't know who he is. When did we sign him? Is my battery dying on this? Is that what's happening? Something's beeping a lot. Recruitment. Transfer history. So we signed him. We paid 31 grand for him. What's happened here? It's like our record signing. I don't understand. Can confirm saw Kev filming in the Sky Dome on day 2 of the cruise. It was not an AI Kev. Should have said hello. Maybe you did say hello. Quite a few people said hello. Anna was so embarrassed. Because I now get recognised from all 3 channels. Because on the cruises, there's always been people who've watched the previous cruise videos. For years, you get the LOLLUJO stuff, but now the Block Party stuff is as frequent, if not more frequent. There must have been 30 or 40 people amongst the 5,000 on that ship who said hello to me over the course of the week. And Anna's just the whole time. Oh, what's that? Oh. Didn't I choose him over the South American lad? I don't remember. I never actually saw Anna. And yeah, I don't think Anna ever went up to that deck. No, she did. We went and saw one of the Flippy performances one night. It's infrequent enough to be cool and not annoying. I certainly see how this is actually annoying. This is annoying. Let's get this gone. If I was like proper, like real famous rather than pretend famous, if it was happening constantly, I think it probably would get annoying. But 30 or 40 times over the course of a week is like 3 or 4 a day. 4 or 5 a day, maybe. 4 or 5 a day is cool. 4 or 5 a day I can cope with. It's one every couple of hours. I don't mind that. And when I'm at Lego conventions and I get a queue, that's very cool. Because I'm there for Lego, so it's fine. I want it there. But yeah, it is mad. I'm still not properly used to it. And it's been a long time now. Esbrigo, thank you very much for 10 months. I need to go and get a new battery for my my tens machine. It keeps turning off. I'll be back in a second. We'll hopefully be winning when I get back. I've got a little pouch that I keep it in. And it's... Oh. Hold on. I'm doing medical stuff to myself. So this is what's stuck to my back. And then this has one of these little pucks on. That one needs charging, but I've got 4 more that are fully charged. Told you flour was good. We pop that on here. And then this will just spend the rest of the stream electrocuting me so that I can stand up. I'm just going to go off camera because I have to pull my trousers down a bit. I'm putting this on my buttocks. We'll do it striptease style. I'll just bring that back into frame. There you go. Now you know what's going on. My pants are down. If you want to see the other angle of this shot, I do have an OnlyFans. Right. Let's turn that on and try and zap myself with it. Is that on? It's Johnny Day! Why is that not working? It's all gone wrong. Right, this one needs to be off. That one's off. Johnny bleeping Day. Well, this has got no juice at all. Genuinely, if I can't get this working, I'm not getting through the stream. This is quite the problem at this point. There's no way I can sit in this chair without this. Right, let's try one of the other ones. Maybe that puck is broken. Right, I'm going over here again. We're winning! Oh, that's the business. That's the business. Oh! Oh! Oh, it gets me right in the gooseberries. Ah, that's good stuff. Better than proper pain relief. Oh, that is good. I can't feel my back again, which is the goal here. I do not wish to feel the lower half of my body. That's what this piece of magic does for me. Do I use skins? No. The only time I'm interested in skins is at KFC. where I still maintain they should sell them separate from the chicken, because all that like lean protein gets in the way of fried chicken and batter. So I just want the skins to wrap around my chips. But that's the only instance where I'm bothered about skins at all. Right, how do I find Peterborough United Football Club? Well, right there on the homepage. There's clearly not a lot else going on tonight. If it's actually recommending me posh for once. Unless it's finally learned that this is always the ones I watch. Right, where were we? Oh, we're winning. That's good. I'm so good at this game. I don't even need to be paying attention. We're just going up. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. This flower guy's good, isn't he? It's Johnny Day! Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think Sky push EFL more on Champions League. Is Champions League on tonight? Oh, it's the rubbish Champions League teams who didn't do the league stage properly, isn't it? Losers' night in the Champions League. I understand. Swap them two over. Beautiful. But yeah, this new tens machine is great because I can actually wear it whilst walking around, which the other one, because it was connected by a wire, anytime I moved it, the wire would disconnect and it would turn itself off, which was rubbish. By the way, if you have been watching the travel vlogs, my back was fine last week. I'm starting to think sitting down all day might be the problem, which is troublesome if that is the case, because kind of need to sit down to do Football Manager and Lego videos. But the main issue is I fell over Anna's wheels on the last day and hurt myself, and that brought all the pain back with bells on. So it is entirely self-inflicted by my own buffoonery this time. I threw it out again, messing around with Lego about a month ago. It just about recovered by the time we went on the cruise. I had a week on the cruise with basically no pain. And then as we were packing up to come home, I tripped over her rollator thing, got it stuck in my shoe and got trapped on the floor, twisted round wrong with half a walking stick stuck in a shoe. And I do still have a standing desk, but it no longer works. I need to get a new one. So I'm in the market for anyone who wants to send me a free standing desk. The motor's broken on it. So it is now just a normal desk again. It's unplugged because it was so broken that occasionally I'd knock the button and only one side of it would go up, and then I'd be on the diagonal until Matt came to help me. That happened a couple of times. But yeah, I just need a new standing desk. Would I be able to stand for a stream? Not without completely changing the setup. I mean, if it became a long-term problem, we'd have to mount a second camera higher up on the wall, because the camera is mounted on the wall because the desk is wobbly. So when I used to have the camera mounted to the desk, there'd be a little bit of camera shake that was rubbish. So we've mounted the camera to the wall now, which obviously if I then stand up, you can't see me. So we'd need to... I mean, I've got cameras all over the place. It wouldn't be a big deal to mount another one. But there's no point doing it until I have a standing desk that works again. And that's quite far down the list of priorities at the moment. Oh yeah, as far as my back is concerned, yes, standing would be fine. It's only sitting down that hurts. So yeah, standing desk is a thing that I probably need to get sorted this year. But I might be accidentally getting a studio for the Lego stuff, so I kind of need to throw the money at that for now rather than a standing desk. So that would be quite exciting if we do that. I don't think I'm moving any of the FM stuff over there, so I don't think there'll be room for this office. I kind of want this office to stay at home, so I don't have to be out of the house 6 or 7 days a week. Ugh, what's this screen? But it would be quite nice to have a thing to, because the Lego stuff's so spread out everywhere at the moment. We've got some of it in the house, some of it in a storage unit that is just a storage unit, some of it in a storage unit that's a studio / Lego City area. And it's very disorganized. It's almost as if it's just chaotically appeared over the last 2 years. But we're hoping to get that all together in one place, so I can just go there like 3 or 4 days a week and do that channel, and then the other half of the week be here doing this channel, and it'll be awesome. Very awesome. Right, how close are we to securing promotion? We are 13 points clear with 11 games to go. We're not going to secure promotion just yet, are we? I leave all training to my assistant. There's no reason to fiddle with training. I think you might need a Lego warehouse. Well, this studio I'm looking at, it's an entire floor of an office building. I've got a floor plan. I can show you a floor plan. If you don't care about this, just yell, Kev, I don't care. But I'll show you the floor plan quickly, because I am excited. This is what I've spent the last 2 days working on, trying to figure out if this is actually a possibility. Yeah, it's big. It's like 1,300 square feet. So that would be my little streaming building room, and this whole area would be for my Lego City. So it's enormous. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So that would be very cool. But I don't think there's room there for the Football Manager stuff. Yeah, and importantly, it's got heating. It's 5 times... The Lego City area would be 5 times bigger than my current setup. And the office area is the same size as my current studio, which is a storage unit that I use for the Lego City. There are no chairs yet, but I do own 23 IKEA tables that I'd be moving in there if I got it. So maybe it was never chairs, maybe it was always the tables that are near the chairs. On the topic of heating, they've turned theirs off because it's brr bed. Brr bed. Kev does jokes. So Lego in the big room and Lego in the smaller office. Yes, just Lego everywhere. The plan had been to find somewhere similar to that, but with another office that I could move this to as well. But actually thinking about it, moving this away from home seems bonkers. Because then, like, if I moved my office off site as well, I'd be out at an office until 10 o'clock, like 4 or 5 nights a week. I'd need to go there for the Lego streams, which we do twice a week, the FM streams that I do twice a week, the podcast that we do. It's 5 nights a week at least. I'd have to be out of the house until like 10 p.m. That's not sustainable. Whereas if we just move the Lego stuff there, Anna does those streams with me, so me and Anna could go on those nights, and then the FM stuff I can still do from home. It works. But I need to make sure I can afford it, which is what I'm working on at the moment. I don't know if I can. It's twice the price of my current storage unit. I am aware there's a new Lego helicarrier coming. It's not officially announced yet, so I'm a good boy, so I don't talk about them until they're officially announced. So I don't want to upset Lego. Why is there so many flags being waved in the posh match? I don't understand. What's the deal with the flags? Is there room for Topher at the office? I mean, there is, but he doesn't work on Block Party at the moment. So, I mean, we'll get him over there eventually. We need to turn him into a Lego person. But there is a loft space, so he can set up in the loft. He could be the FM troll who lives in the loft. That might be fun. That might be a thing. Told you flour was good. But yeah, hopefully we'll be going to view that office next week. The two main things we need to check. It's a third story of a building, so we need to see how well Anna can do that because it doesn't have an elevator. So if it's too high up, then it's a non-starter. And Matt's coming along to price up how much it will cost to actually get it set up as a studio. So we'd need to black out all the windows, we'd need audio treatment, and we'd need to completely redo the lighting. And I have to sign a 3-year commercial lease. It's not like just getting a storage unit, so it's quite a big deal if we end up doing it. But it is, it's exciting stuff. It's mad how quickly that channel's grown over the last couple of years. It's still less than 2 years since that channel started. 1st of March 2024, we started Block Party. And it now gets more views and makes more money than LOLLUJO, which I've been doing for 10 years. Which is alarming. Yeah, I've got the posh game on. Christmas time. Doobie doobie doo. We've got Valentine's flowers up front now. If we played all three of them, we'd have Valentine's Day flowers up front, which would be very exciting. Do 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 do. It certainly does get more views, Topher. I remember mentioning to you about 6 months ago that it was making about the same money as LOLLUJO on half the views because the CPM's that much higher on Lego. Well, now it gets more views. It is significant. It is significantly ahead as the main channel as far as the company is concerned now. It is mad. Don't worry, boys and girls. The FM content's not going anywhere. You benefit from Football Manager being my long-term special interest that I'm always going to be playing. So even if we end up with 5 million subscribers on Block Party and I end up living in a spaceship, I'm still going to be knocking out 5 Nodley to Legend videos every week because I've got to play Football Manager anyway, so I may as well make... I like making videos, I like playing Football Manager. Those two things aren't going anywhere. So I may as well keep releasing them. Will a studio have the fridge for all the holy? I mean, they got to sponsor that channel, haven't they? For me to put a holy fridge in there. They're already on 2 at the moment. They've sponsored the cruise on the vlog channel. They're sponsoring this stream. Got to get them over to Block Party as well. Look at us go, boys and girls. We didn't need the big boys. We're good without them. I tell you what. Forget looking back at Tranmere. That gap seems to be shrinking. Title push! We're going to win the bleeping league. I mean, from an engineering point of view, building a Lego fridge, the obvious way I would do it is just buy a fridge and then clad it with Lego and tell people it was a Lego fridge. I wouldn't have to make it out of Lego. Just cover it in Lego. More capital expenditure on Lego. There is, yeah. But then the flip side of it is that's also, and I hate using this word when it comes to toys, but it is an investment. Because all that money that I spend on Lego, I could sell the Lego. The Lego goes up in value. Even though I'm opening it and building it, if I keep those sets for long enough, they'll still end up worth more than I paid for them. Even though they're opened and built, because that's just how Lego is. So, yeah, there's more expenditure, but effectively, that just makes my tax bill lower. I'm kind of pouring money into something I can sell when I retire, pre-tax. It's like a plastic pension. Which is fun. Am I still doing Pokemon stuff? No, Anna made me choose. I've still got all my built decks and loose cards in binders and stuff, but I had to sell all my sealed stuff. Anna made me sell it all. She said I had to choose. I couldn't have that many things. I mean, because I've got my collection of Funko Pops, my Pokemon stuff, my wrestling figures, my football shirts, obviously Lego, comic books. The reason we have 2 storage units is because one of them's just full of all of the things that I've collected. So I was told back when I was first getting super obsessed with Lego again that I had to drop something to add Lego to the portfolio. So I dropped Pokemon cards. Very sad, but had to be done. Look at all these injuries we're accumulating. What's going on? Lego isn't an investment, I've been told. Agreed. I hate people treating Lego as an investment. I think if you are just buying it to invest, it is a terrible investment. But I'm going to own it anyway. So the fact that if I ever have to sell it, it's going to be worth more than I paid for it is a bonus. But I'm not buying it to invest. How much did I make from selling the cards? 15 grand maybe? Like, not profit, that's how much I probably spent 7 or 8 grand. I probably doubled my money on the cards in 5 years. So it's not a disaster, certainly. If you get the new office, can I get rid of both storage units? Yeah, that's the plan. The loft area in the new one would be where all the stuff from the original storage unit would go. So yeah, we'd get rid of both storage units and the Lego room at home. And yeah, it would all go there. But like I say, it's a big if at the moment. I've not even been to view the place. I've spoken to the agent and they've said I've got to do 3 months rent up front. There's legal fees to pay because it's a commercial lease. Obviously I'd be responsible. It's Johnny Day! Obviously I'd be responsible for like all the utilities and stuff as well. The internet, the gas, the electric, the water. Insurance would be a big cost. So I haven't properly costed anything yet. I'm trying to slow myself down with it. Because I don't want to rush into it. I only found it on Saturday night. How much is the rent? £900 a month. Which is not much more than I'm paying for the 2. I pay £700 for the 2 storage units combined at the moment. But obviously that £900 is before gas, electric, water, internet, insurance. It's below the business rates threshold, so I won't have to pay business rates. But It's still an upfront cost of probably the best part of 10 grand once you factor in the legal fees, the 3 months rent as a deposit, and then the money that we'd have to invest in actually getting it ready to be a studio. It's probably going to cost me 10 grand up front, and then at least 12 or 1300 pounds a month once you've got all the utilities and stuff on there. So it's expensive. If you're getting a place like that, is it better to be on the ground floor? Well, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a shop, and this came up, and it's like, oh God, that's the perfect office. I'm not even looking for an office yet. That was a plan for later in the year. I'm not even looking yet, but I saw it, and it's like, that is literally the perfect office. There were no shops, but yeah. But yeah, it's certainly an expensive thing to do. I have stopped looking for the shop for the time being. I'll level with you. I don't really want to do a shop. Not yet, anyway. I think if we ran a shop, we'd have to drop some of the content. There's no way I could do everything, and Anna couldn't run it on her own. Anna suffers from chronic pain. She can't go from where she is now to working 7 days a week in a shop or 6 days a week in a shop, or whatever it would be. So yeah, realistically the shop wouldn't be able to happen anytime soon anyway. It's more of a longer term. It would be cool if we made it to this point eventually kind of deal. Surely Lego of the shop market now down. Well, you would think, but there's no Lego shops in the East Midlands. Where I live, there's no Lego shops within an hour of my house. There's nothing in Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, Peterborough, Cambridge, Northampton, Norwich, Lincoln. There's that whole section of the country, there's no Lego shops. From here, you have to go down to Milton Keynes, across to Birmingham, or up to Sheffield to find a Lego shop. So, no, they haven't. Plus, all these cool independent ones that I've been looking at in Europe over the last week, that's the kind of shop I'd want. But it's realistically not going to happen for at least 5 years anyway. It's such a long-term thing. Ah, fine. Don't make the substitution. So what would you be selling sets you've bought elsewhere? Yeah. I mean, obviously the idea is we'd become a Lego authorised retailer. So we'd get the buy the normal stuff wholesale from Lego, but also do like trade-in stuff effectively. Be like CEX but for Lego. But it's not. I've not even looked at if something like that's viable. That's really not on the agenda. That was just I was having a look to get an idea for if such a unit existed, and nowhere did anywhere near our house. So that's not something we're seriously entertaining. But the studio, definitely. That's the logical next step. Get the studio to the point where that grows the channel to the point where we can hire some staff to run a shop that Anna can then manage and have a team working with her that I don't really need to be involved in because I've got enough on my plate already. I can't do a shop. But if we could get to the point where we had the money to start off with a team, that's how you do that. Yeah, and I know nothing about running a shop. Whereas I know how to run a YouTube channel. I can make more money doing that than I can flogging stuff. Right, we won the league yet? We're only 6 points behind Sheffield United now. And we play them soon. Look at these next two matches. Away against Tranmere, here with the team chasing us. And then at home against Sheffield United, who are the team we're chasing. If we win our next two games, we're going to win the league. Isn't that what the kids are for? Well, one of the kids certainly would be interested in... It would have to be a different kind of shop. She's always wanted to do a bookshop cafe thing. So it would have to be more of a general interest nerd shop to get her involved. You're very good at flogging stuff like Holy, for example. That's true. But I don't really want to run a shop. Anna does, and one day she will. But she needs a knee replacement first. So we've got to wait until at least that's done. And then we can seriously look into it. And like I say, if we've been able to spin the channel up to 500,000 subscribers by then, it makes doing a shop much less of a risk, because we'd have that cushion to fall back on. We could get ourselves into the position where we could run a shop, break even for 2 years, and not have to worry about being able to draw a salary from it or anything. That's ideally how we'd want to go into a shop, not having to take any salaries out for ourselves. And at the moment, we couldn't do it that way. And for anyone who's sat there thinking, I wish you'd talk about Football Manager, the chat lead in this, I'm just answering questions. Blame the people asking the questions. If you want me to talk about FM, ask me FM questions. I'll just go with the flow from the chat. Tell us more about the pass maps. I mean, they are good, aren't they? Look at them. Can we have a pass map on here? No? Can we not? Oh, what a waste of time then. No pass map up here. It's Johnny Day! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's get that league table on. That's all that matters now. Johnny Day. What a man. Some of you doubted he'd be able to make the step up to League One. This is why I tried so hard to sign him for Wigan in non-league to legend. Thoughts on everyone screaming content creators hate FM26? Who's screaming that? Remember, I've been out of the loop for the last week. Is that... Have I missed something? Do content creators apparently hate FM26? Bunch of nerds, aren't they? Get a life. You play computer games for a living, grow up. Is my response to that. If you've got enough energy to hate it, just remember you could have a real job. But what have I missed? Tell me what's been going on. Oh, a Lego themed cafe would be amazing. If you've not seen the video that I made from the Lego shop in Bruges, it's fantastic. It's got a cafe area. Upstairs it had like an area for Lego workshops and birthday parties. It was a brilliant shop. Zealand put out a video about it, and Jack. About what? What are they saying? That content creators don't like it? I mean, I hope they're not attempting to speak for all content creators, because I like it. Frankly, it just seems a little bit disingenuous. If this is not me attacking other creators, I'd never dream of it. But if they're not enjoying the game, then maybe they shouldn't be playing it and relying on it to make money. Maybe go and do something else, rather than just moaning about it and making it really negative and toxic for everyone else. If they're not having a good time, there are other things they can do to make money. They don't have... No one's forcing them to sit there in their pants playing computer games for money. Sometimes I think people just need a smidgen of a reality check. And that is an absolute knee-jerk reaction, having not seen anything that anyone's actually said. But I'm sure Reddit will love it. Zealand Lego channel incoming. I mean, he should. If he likes Lego. It's fine for them to talk about something they're passionate about. Not if they're just moaning about it 6 months later. Again, it's fine to review the game when it first comes out, but if you're still banging that drum after nearly 6 months of I hate this game, well, stop playing it then, you weirdo. What are you doing? Go and do something else. My word. It just brings the mood down for everybody. They're leaders of the community. Oh, that's terrible for Miley. You get away with it. There comes a point where you have to draw a line under it and just be like, there's enough negativity. People watch video game content creators to escape from the real world because the real world's rubbish. There's so much negativity and hate going on in the real world at the moment. Video games and YouTube and Twitch, it's supposed to be an escape from all that. I don't come to content to hear people moan about something else and hate something else. Ugh. Ugh. Ian would have just moved bricks backwards and forwards. He would, and he'd love it. Imagine how long it'd take him. He couldn't build a pirate ship in a week on a cruise ship, could he? He wouldn't even have taken the instructions out of the bag. Pathetic. There's also enough of a game here to enjoy, so take your pitchforks. Yeah, exactly. I'm enjoying playing FM26. I can acknowledge it's not as good as FM24. There's certainly still stuff missing. Stuff that I expect to see return at some point. But I'm having a good time. And without wanting to sound like a complete wang, we've just spent the last hour talking about my other channel. If I wasn't enjoying it, I don't have to play it anymore. I'm not grinding this out because I have to at this point. I'm still playing it and making content every day because I'm enjoying myself. I am aware of Builders Brew in Sheffield. There's one in London as well. Anna was furious when she heard about them both because she had that idea like 18 months ago. Are we not close enough to FM27 to look ahead rather than... I mean, even if we're not looking ahead to FM27, there's FM26 stuff to look forward to. We've been, I think, we were promised international mode before the World Cup, weren't we? I think that's happened. So that's cool. We know that's coming. And it's coming relatively soon now. The World Cup's in, what, 4 months? So at some point in the next 4 months, we're getting international mode. I will hydrate. Another lovely drop of delicious holy. Don't make me get in trouble. I'm pretty sure we were told we were getting international mode before the World Cup. If we weren't, you didn't hear it from me. I'm sure that's been an announcement. Oh, God. We were. Can you imagine? I thought we were promised it in the January update. I mean, it might be. I don't know. That's not out yet, is it? The update that we got last week wasn't the January update, even though it's already February, because it didn't have the database stuff, did it? So it might be that that's all coming together. Like I say, I'm out of the loop on everything. I've not even checked in on the creator Discord since I've been back. I've been too busy. So it might be coming tomorrow, for all I know. And I'm not allowed to talk about it. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. And eventually, it's going to be a weird launch, isn't it, FM27? Because normally you'd start speculating on features and then they'd announce the game and then we'd get some features announced. And I don't really know how they managed that this year, because a lot of the stuff that will be added to the game for FM27 is going to be the stuff that was missing from 26. And then the argument comes, well, if it's ready enough for you to show us screenshots to announce FM27 in May, June time, whenever they do it, surely they can release it for 26 in May, June time rather than waiting until October or November to release FM27 with it in. But we talked about it on the round table. There has to come a point where they draw a line under FM26 and say, right, anything new we do now is 27, because otherwise, if every time you add a feature, you bring it... Posh just scored. They have, hold on. If every time you finish a missing feature, you just release it as a patch for FM26, all that means is when FM27 does come, there's going to be no new features because you've had them all bit by bit. So there does have to be an element of expectation management of, right, and if it were me, I would draw that line at the end of the season. End of the domestic season, I'd drop international mode and say, right, there's no more updates on FM26 now. Here's your international mode. We'll see you later in the year for FM27. Because you've got to have some new stuff. Even if it's like artificial... Right, Sheffield United have been promoted. Stuff that you're holding back that you could release earlier. You can't release FM27 with no new features. So they have to play the game a little bit and draw that line. Do you reckon it'll be added into existing saves or will we have to start a new one for it to be included? I mean, I assumed it... I think you'd probably have to start a new game. I don't know how it can be added into existing saves. Part of me is like, is it even going to be integrated into the game properly? Or is it going to be like... My worry is that it's going to be just a way to box tick for the FIFA license that they've got. And it's going to be like those old Road to the World Cup FIFA games where it's just going to be its own game mode. And it's not going to be like integrated international management. It's going to be a World Cup manager mode where you get the 32 teams or 48 teams, whatever it is that are in the World Cup, and you pick one and you have all the licensed kits and squads and you just manage them through the World Cup. Now we've lost Gracie as well and Brown, so we've lost our centre back partnership, one of which is our captain, our best player who's also our top scorer and striker, and now our goalkeeper. And our next game is what is effectively a title decider against Sheffield United because we're only 3 points behind them. Wowzers. Now, I'm not saying that is what international mode is going to be, but can you imagine the reaction if it was? It'd almost be better to not release it at all than do that. But then you've got the whole, well, they've paid for the license. They've got to use it this year because they've paid for it. Is there really much difference? If international management is still bad, you're not going to play it past the 2026 World Cup. I don't see how it can be bad, because if they were just going to release bad international management, they already have that. The fact that it's not here must mean they're doing stuff to it. They're changing it. Because there weren't really any unique game mechanics for international management. It doesn't take you an extra 6 months of coding to just allow you to pick players from a certain nation and then not be able to train them. And, you know, there was nothing different about it. It was just exactly the same. So the fact that it's still not with us means they're doing something. So it's got to be different. Whether different is better, I don't know. But it has to be different because otherwise we'd already have it. Is, I guess, the positive way to look at it. I've been in and out with the game and it's not as polished or as good as 24, but it's still Football Manager and scratches it. Yeah, exactly. And even this little graph that nerds keep wheeling out saying, oh, look at how many people are playing the game compared to last year's game. It's like, yeah, but look how many are playing it compared to FM19. COVID was massive for Football Manager. The player base went from 1 million players to 5 million players like that, and it's kept going up. But I've been full-time since 2017. You know, there's still twice as many people playing the game now as there were when I went full-time as a Football Manager content creator. There's still 10 times as many daily views across YouTube, if not more. Across all the big YouTube channels, I mean, I went full time and I was getting like 4,000 or 5,000 views an episode, and I went full time. It's not like it's a disaster and the game is collapsing. It's just resetting to where it would have been if COVID hadn't have happened and everyone got it for free. So it's not, yeah, it's bad compared to last year and the year before, but it's not a disaster. It's at a level that is manageable, even if it never recovers. It'll obviously recover as well. Just, oh. Anna gets annoyed with me because I get so annoyed with the world at the moment for being so doomsday nonsensy. But goodness me, it's really not. The game's not that bad. The situation's not that bad. It's fine. It's just a computer game, and it's quite a good one. The number of people playing FM24 and FM26 is the same as it was last summer. 2/3 are on FM26 and 1/3 is still on FM24. And I don't think that bothers SI in the slightest. I think that's fine. I've looked at numbers for 2020 to 2024. The long-term player numbers over a cycle is very similar every year. Yeah, but if you look at 2019, it's probably less than where we are now. What are my thoughts on the WrestleMania build so far? I've not really seen any of it. I didn't even watch the Royal Rumble. I think because I've got busier and busier with the Lego content over the last year, one of the things that has slipped is I just don't have time for wrestling at the moment. I still enjoy it when I watch it. Like, I've seen a few clips of the Australia thing that happened over the weekend. But, yeah, I've not watched a full wrestling show in over a year, I don't think. And I very much doubt I'll watch WrestleMania. Oh, Gracie's back. He notices 15 minutes into his title decider match. Right, come on, let's do a football. Well, look at it. Sega are not threatening to drop SI, so if they're happy, FM. I mean, I doubt we'll ever see the numbers, but I imagine when you factor in the amount of money they get paid by Apple and Netflix and Microsoft, I imagine they've made more money than every game they've ever made previously, apart maybe from 24 because it had 2 years of selling. But I imagine 26 has made them more money than almost every game SI have ever made before. So, yeah, Sega are going to be happy. They don't care. I mean, in the nicest possible way, Sega released some absolute trash. And as long as it makes money, they don't care. And I imagine that same thing is applied to Football Manager. As long as it makes money, they don't care. Why would they care? Maybe we're not going to win the league. I wonder how the scouting system they built has done for them, since they seem to be leaning into that. I imagine it's making them an absolute fortune. I was very confused by today's Lego video about Lego being full-time. I thought FM was full-time. That video is not actually out until Friday. Only channel members got to see that today. But yeah, we talked about it briefly earlier in the stream. The Lego is the main part of the business now. I spend more time making Lego content than Football Manager content at the moment. Did I ever buy a vending machine? I have never bought a vending machine. I would love to own one. The numbers are worse in FM26 than FM17. Fair enough then. I would really like to see the sales numbers. And obviously back then you didn't have console either, so the fact that you've got all of the console stuff as well, like I don't know how helpful it is, but every time I log into Netflix, it tells me their most popular game is FM26. So the Netflix are happy with it. They're pushing it constantly. And they're not just pushing it because it's me. I've never played it on there, I don't think. Yeah, this will be one video, Topher. What did I think of Hamburg? It was very nice. I don't think PC players are moving to console or mobile. No, exactly. So by bringing in console and mobile, the overall market is growing. Right, what can we do to try and win the football match? Not a lot, really. We just run out of players. Let's get Ollie Thomas on. He might help. Let's go very attacking. Oh, it's corner o'clock. We haven't got any of the big boys, though. Oh, we don't need them. Big boys are for nerds. Who needs a big boy? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, that's a good point as well. If you're comparing to FM17, back then Steam was the only option. Now you've got Epic and Game Pass for PC as well. So the PC market will have been split. That's the other thing to consider. So we're not getting the full picture. Obviously, Sega have the full picture. Posh have just conceded. Sega and Sports Interactive have the picture and they don't seem to be worried. So, based on that, I don't think we need to worry. I genuinely think the only reason those graphs keep getting wheeled out is because every time a creator puts that graph in a video, they get views. Because it feeds into people moaning. I don't think that's literally the only benefit of sharing the graph. It's like, I'm not getting views. Let's have another moan about Football Manager again, because that always gets me views when I do that. I'm seeing some creators who have made the same video like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, we get it. You don't like the game. It's news if you change your mind. It's not news if you still don't like it a month later. Gets me back again to there. Well, do something else then. You're literally a full-time moaning about Football Manager person. If they were worried, they wouldn't tell us. They wouldn't come out and tell us directly, but there'd be signs, like they'd go silent again. They were worried then, so they said nothing. They're still tweeting regularly. That tells me they're not worried. They're still releasing patches. They're communicating. They're not worried. If they were worried, they'd be hiding. They've shown how they react to a situation they're worried about. So I don't think they're worried about this one. Oh! That's a goal. Look at that. What a finish. Right, we're staying on all-out attack. We're going to try and get the win here. This is potentially for the title. We may as well try and win the football match. We're attacking. It's the 90th minute. Oh. Come on, boys. Do a bleeping football. Can it be Johnny Day again? He scored the goal to get us to this league. Can he score the goal to get us out of it in the 94th minute? We want another Johnny Day. No. Brilliant. You know what, though? 5 games remaining. We're still only 3 points behind them. At least we haven't let them pull away again. If they carry on in poor form, we can still win the league. We just got to win all of our remaining matches. When's Miguel got back? He's out for 3 more weeks. So what's the date now? He's going to be back for the last 2 or 3 games of the season. Ho, 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 ho. How are your pancakes, which apparently are the best in the East Midlands? I mean, I would never say they're the best in the East Midlands. They're the best in the world. I'm the pancake king. I'm going to show you a story. A story of a conversation between me and my eldest daughter. She sent me a couple of photos. We've got to go full screen for this. I'm shaming her. She sent me a couple of photos asking for help. Is that going to focus on that? That was attempt number 1. There you go. We've got to angle the phone a little bit so you can see it. This was attempt number 2. So she got a video reply. Turn the volume up full.
I don't understand. You just take your mix, put it in your pan, wait until it looks like it's dried on top, quick whack, flip. You shouldn't be using any kind of tool, just a pan and skill.
And I think that was helpful parenting. And yes, I did all that one-handed whilst filming with my other hand, because I'm that good at making pancakes. Attempt number 1 never works. It works for me, because I'm a professional. Forget a Lego shop, I should do a pancake shop. I am genuinely, no exaggeration, the greatest pancake cooking man in the history of the world. That is showing off, but sometimes if you've got it, flaunt it, I believe is what the boys and girls say. I don't have many things that I'm the best in the world at. Probably, I would say there's no more than 10 things that I'm the best in the world at. One of them, though, is making pancakes. The one-handed flip was out of this world. It's just what I do. It is what I do. Right, we're playing Notts County. My pancakes are thin. They're not big fat American ones. They are basically crepes. Right, are we playing brown? Playing brown seems like a bad idea. We've got Kean Noble right there. Let's just play him. Let's be safe. Oh, I'm full screen. Thank you for one of you, but that shows how few of you are actually paying attention to what's going on. I'm here picking the team, chatting away. No one else has noticed. What's my go-to topping? Just sugar and lemon. I did have one with Biscoff spread because it's basically an excuse for me to buy a jar of Biscoff spread that I'll have on my toast for the next couple of weeks. But I didn't really want it on my pancakes, just sugar and lemon. We just preferred your sexy face. I get it. It's Johnny Day! Oh, come along then. Not bed, Johnny Day. Boom. Screw FM, go back to pancakes. I should have done a pancake live stream because I don't want people to think that that was a fluke. That was literally phone up. Right, I'll just show them what I'm doing. No edits, no cuts. Obvious. You don't need a tool. If you're using any kind of spatula flippy tool, you're doing it wrong. Cook it so it's no longer moist on top. Quick whack, flip, cook the other side, tip onto plate. The only tool you need is a ladle to put the batter into the pan to begin with. You shouldn't be using any kind of utensil once it's in the pan. It's not needed. That was a big punch from Gracie. What a guy. He's in again. Protect your ears, boys and girls. Oh, no. We're all right. Football. Posh aren't winning yet. Or aren't winning anymore, I guess. We were winning previously. Go on, do a football. Do a football. Johnny Day can't score from there, surely. Surely. They did make FM23 during FM20 the game FM20 was made available for free during the pandemic. Yes, for like 2 weeks it was free. Was it free on Steam or was it just on Epic? It might not have been free on Steam, so it wouldn't affect those Steam numbers. I know it was definitely free on Epic for a bit. It might have been free on Steam. I don't remember. I mean, it is like 6 years ago now. Yeah, the Epic deal has carried on ever since, hasn't it, with the free giveaways? That's a common thing now each year. Really enjoying a non-league legend. Can't believe how low that team's budget that we're trying to offer you. I know, it's mad, isn't it? I am having fun with it. I mean, I read the comments for the first 45 minutes or so the video came out, then went off to make my pancakes. So I haven't seen any comments since. Was that today or yesterday that happened? The Newcastle thing. I don't remember seeing as many people telling me as I genuinely thought I was going to get a load of people telling me I was wrong. It just didn't really happen. Either I've trained my audience to think like me, or the world has changed, because I'm certain in the past I'd have been dragged over the coals for that decision. The manager they picked got 62k a week. Yeah, it's annoying. I did see one person say, those players you showed were better than your players. Well, I would rather have a 20-year-old Rob Harley than a 36-year-old Sandro Tonali, even if Tonali's maybe slightly better now. The Day and Thomas connection, like the good old days. Have Sheffield United lost again? No. Well, they're going to ruin my fun if they keep winning. The hope now, of course, is that Newcastle get relegated. Would I move outside of England if a job comes up? If the right job comes up, the rules are always the same. I make the same decision in game that I would make in real life, and you saw me agonise today over that decision. I genuinely treat it like it's real. So the same thing would happen if a job in another country came up. I mean, I've left England in most non-League to Legends I've ever done. Like it would take a lot less money to convince me to move to Barcelona than to convince me to move to Newcastle. And if I offend the people of the Northeast with this comment, I'm desperately sorry. I'd rather live in Barcelona than Newcastle. And that does factor into the decision. Oh, they have dropped points. It's down to just a 1 point gap. Oh, and we've been promoted. Well, there you go. And we've got no money at all. I mean, that's so rubbish. Oh, my word. I mean, we said it when we came up to League One. There's no way we can survive with this. Madness, but we are a championship team. And now we've got 4 games left to win the league. And Sheffield United are in rotten form. Look at the state of their form. I think we're going to win the league here. Yeah, in the stream save, we're staying with Bedford. But next season might be quite tough. The Championship is the hardest league to get out of. Because you've got all the... I mean, we're going to be competing with teams who are playing in the Premier League at the moment. There's going to be teams in there who can spend 40 or 50 million pounds on players. We've got $500,000 to spend. We're so small, there's still no point in us looking at the next gen list. Because there's not going to be anybody on there we can sign. He plays for Blackburn now, doesn't he? Is that the same guy, the defensive midfielder? Yeah. Well, there he is as a kid. That's nice. Is there any more of my Blackburn youngsters on here? Him as well. So he's gone to Everton at 18. Didn't do that in my save. Anyone else? Anyone else? This is probably the last year they'll potentially be on. Excuse me? Oh, he's only on loan with us. I thought we actually had a player on the next gen list there, but no, he's only on loan. That's mad. Rob Harley, that's a good point. What's Rob Harley's name? Would he have come through at this point? He would exist, wouldn't he? So if we go and look at Wigan and try and work out which one he is. So we need to look at we need to find him. Is that him? No, because he's not just a striker, is he? I don't want best... I want... He's a dick, isn't he? So he'd be one of these young ones. In fact, the way to tell is if I go onto YouTube and find when he was claimed. So... Oh, because I'm not a Name in the Game channel member, I can't see that at the moment. That's annoying. Could he be Critchard? I don't know. Why hasn't it got like all their positions on? I'd know him by his positions. Position. So, could be him. I guess it could be him. Or we could be out by a year and maybe he doesn't exist. I don't know. I'll be able to work it out. I mean, what I could do is load up the other save, but I'll have to do it secretly because I'm a little bit further on than the videos are. So I'm not going to do it now. We think it's guests, do we? Okay. I'll try and establish it for the next stream. In the meantime, let's go and win the league. Imagine if we managed to get Rob Harley for Bedford, though. Goodness me. Put the pancake video on a full screen loop. I don't want to appeal to Braggy. Would I rename him again? Yeah, if I can work out which one he is, definitely. Because he's such a big part of Non-League to Legend. I would like to see how he does in this universe, because quite apart from anything else, I want to see how much of it is me forcing him. Because we've basically forced him to play since he was like 17, 18. And I've been playing him ahead of people that probably should have been starting ahead of him. So would the AI have done that? Or is he just going to be sat there at 21, having played 10 matches and not really developed? I'm basically trying to prove that I'm a genius and I've made him everything that he is. And it's all thanks to me. That's what I want to establish. I can't believe he's on the next gen list. That's bonkers. I can load up the YouTube save and look up his real name, but I'd have to do it secretly without you seeing, because you'll get spoilers, because I've already recorded the next 2 videos. And nobody wants spoilers. Do you really want me to find out right now? Even though we're in the form that we're in, and if I load up the other save, we lose our RNG. Is this really the time? Is it really that important to sacrifice Bedford winning the league just so you can see which one Rob Harley is? Really? Is it that important? I think we can wait until the end of the season. You all want to know that badly. Look, this is on you then. Quit to start screen. We're going full screen of my face because I can't let you see the other save. Buy some holy while I'm doing this. Talk amongst yourselves. Right. Do 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 ba ba ba. Teletubbies, Teletubbies. Right, where is he? Rob Harley. His real name is It just says his full name is Rob Harley. Have I got to take his nickname off and put it back on again? Edit nickname. I'm literally going to have to remove his nickname and put it back on, because it doesn't show his full name the way it used to. That's bonkers. Right, we'll remove nickname then. Lucas Wooding Holt is his name. Lucas Wooding Holt. God, I'm glad we renamed him. So, Wooding Holt. He doesn't exist. We obviously... It was obviously a year later, so he's not actually in the save. We'll just double check to see if they've got a Wooding Holt. No. Never mind, boys and girls. Rob Harley doesn't exist in this universe. Boo. Ah, talking of youth intakes. What a load of rubbish. Yeah, he obviously generated after the split. In fact, I think he came in my first youth intake when I was at Wigan. So he wouldn't exist on here. But yeah, to show you what's just happened. So you've got his full name there at the moment. If I give him a nickname. And then just changes his full name to his nickname. I wonder if they know about that. Because that feels like a bug to me. But then you take his nickname off, and now we get his full name again. Have we just found a bug? I might have just found a bug for the first time. Kev found a bug, everybody. I'm so pleased with... I'm not going to report it. I'm too lazy. But at least we found it. Someone get Ben's song out. I'm so proud of myself. Right, watch us lose now. And at this point, it's on you. We've been promoted. I've done my bit. We were going to win the league. If we lose this game, it's because you made me lose my RNG. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Oh, there you go. Red card. Happy Flower Day, everybody. Last year it was Valentine's Day. This year it's Flower Day. Will Higgins already be established at Blackburn? I should think so. Higgins is a real boy, isn't he? Which is an insane sentence. Higgins actually exists, I think. I know Tyjon does, because he's supposedly going to Arsenal. But I think Higgins exists. I'm questioning myself now. Is Higgins a real boy? I need someone to confirm if Higgins is a real boy or not. Yes, he's real. There you go. Has he actually played for them in real life, or is he just a youngster there? How old is he in real life? Are we hero worshipping a 15-year-old here? Yes, I have ordered something to get the Duck family gift with purchase. I've ordered the Lego World Cup that comes out in a couple of weeks. So when we do get international management in FM26, which we all know is coming, he's been quite good from corners. McNally, that's the second one he scored in the man bed. which is where I'll be going after this stream. But yeah, I'll have an actual Lego World Cup that I'll be able to wave around when I win the World Cup. I won't have to use all those custom trophies I always make whenever I win anything, which is all very exciting. It's the same size as the actual World Cup apparently, so it'll be nicely positioned in my little display behind me in here. I held off long enough for anyone to contact me and offer me a free one. It's like, if you're going to send one person in the world, I mean, okay, Messi has posted on Instagram. If you were going to send a second person a Lego World Cup after Messi, I reckon I'm the second most obvious choice that you send a Lego World Cup to. Because no other footballer, certainly no footballer who's not Argentinian, is going to pose with it, surely. Because it's like, that's got to be like a superstition thing. Even a Lego version of it. You're not going to pose with a fake World Cup trophy just before the World Cup. Messi can because he's the last guy who lifted it. So take Messi out of the equation. Okay, David Beckham can be second because he likes Lego. I'm the third guy you send one of them to. I'm a football content creator and a Lego content creator who has literally worked for FIFA before. Come on! Where's my Lego World Cup? Why am I having to pay for this thing? Unacceptable. Yeah, if David Beckham wants to come to my Lego room and stream building the World Cup with me, I'm up for that. But yeah, I finally caved with 2 weeks to go and ordered it because I've not had any emails from anyone. I don't think I'm getting a free one, which is bonkers because when they brought out all the Fortnite Lego last year, the year before, whenever that started, I got sent all that for free. Not as Block Party. LOLLUJO got sent all that for free. As a gaming creator who, do you fancy a bit of Lego? So I get sent a load. I've not played Fortnite since it got multiplayer. But I got all the Fortnite Lego for free. It's the only Lego I've ever had for free. I got it as LOLLUJO. And I think, well, they've got my name then. I'm on a list somewhere. They know I'm a gaming creator who likes Lego. Because they've proven that in the past by sending me the Fortnite stuff. So surely. No, nothing. Absolutely not a peep from them. They were giving Fortnite stuff away because no one wanted it. They had a warehouse full of it. I got some. That's awkward. If you'd known the Lego World Cup trophy was coming, you'd have turned down the Fortnite stuff and said, just send me the trophy. Yeah, absolutely. What's the best save I've ever done? Every save I do is awesome. I always enjoy all of them. I find it really hard to rank them because I find it really hard to remember them. Massive fumble from SI. They have a partnership with the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, there's so many routes that could have got me a free Football Manager trophy. Football Manager World Cup trophy. It could have come from Lego. They know who I am. Could have come from FIFA. They know who I am. It could have come through Sega or Sports Interactive. They know who I am. No. Got to pay for it like a peasant. Hideous. £160 as well. £160. But I do get some free ducks with it, so I'm happy. At least I got my ducks this way. This is close to a do you know who I am rant. The important thing is, firstly, Taylor Titterton is a great name. The important thing is, I hope it's clear, I am doing this very firmly, tongue-in-cheek, ironically. We're top of the league, by the way. With 3 games to go, we're top of the league. Come on then. Am I going to the Knots Lego show? Maybe. We shall see. Tongue in cheek. I mean, if someone wants to send me one, I'll be all over it and I'll say thank you very much. At this point, I've already bought my own. So if they want to send me one, I'll give it away. There you go. There's even more promo. If they want to run a competition, I'll give it away if they send me one. Because I've already got one. McGilligot's back. We are hitting form at exactly the right time. Disappointed you didn't get stroop waffles from the vending machine. I mean, I would have done. I'd planned to get some on the way back, but then I got some from the bakery next to the Lego shop. The man there bribed me with them. So that's the only reason I said nice things about his awesome Lego shop, because he gave me a sweet treat. I'd rather have the FM ball. Well, I'm going to have a Lego ball to go next to my Football Manager ball. I'm going to have a pair of balls behind me. And that's probably going to come up. It's going to be my new thing. Oh, sorry. I've got my balls out. I've already got it all planned. It's going to be hilarious. I'm going to do it for probably the next 5 years. My balls are out. Honestly, there's a chance you'll get bored of it. It seems unlikely because it's such a good gag. There is a possibility it'll get old. Yeah, my new camp is still here. Can you see it? There you go. Still there in its little case with my wrestling belt on top. But yeah, I've got my little football set up over here as well. A little football pitch. I've got the table football Lego set as well. But yeah, my Lego football will go next to my Football Manager football. And then I will forever be telling you that my balls are out. And you'll laugh. And I'll laugh. And we'll just all have a good time. 2 balls of a World Cup in between will be comedy gold. I mean, we might have thought of that already. This might be why I'm having to pay for it myself. Right, come on. Let's just keep winning. We want to win the league. Oh, Jared Henderson wants to win the league. What a goal. He's walloped that. That's our right back. He's just heard the left backs on the next gen list and he's like, oh, is he? We'll see about that. How old is he? Could he have been on next gen now? He's 22. Too old for next gen. He's still got 5-star potential though. At 22. If he was at a club with a training ground, he'd be a Premier League player by now. Unfortunately, he has to train in the bus depot. Posh are losing. There's a chance Posh might not be getting promoted after all. When we first got a bald manager and went on that run, I actually thought we were heading for the playoffs. But these last couple of matches, ever since we ruined Mr. Tickle's life, we've not been the same. Ness Monster, thank you very much for the 38 months. Lisby's injured as well, is he? Oh, God. It's all gone wrong. Might not be going to Wembley this year then. I guess I'll have to go to the wrestling. I've got to have my annual trip to Wembley. So if I'm not going there to eat a boiled egg and watch Posh, I suppose I'll have to go to the wrestling. I'll have to go on Radio Cambridgeshire to talk about advent calendars again if I'm not going to talk about eggs. Right, McGilligot's not scored since being back for half an hour. Has the update ruined him? Christmas time. We're nearly at the point where I'm going to take my Christmas tree down, by the way, boys and girls. It is still up in the living room. But I think we'll give it a couple more weeks and then we're going to take it down. Am I team AEW or team WWE? I'm 43. I just like wrestling. I don't take sides in silly things like that. I like both. I like Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. I have an Android and an Apple phone. I have a Mac and a PC. I don't need to choose. I can like everything. I'm in the luxurious situation of having way more stuff to enjoy than the people who feel the need to choose. They've only got half as much wrestling to enjoy as I have. I can watch it all and have a nice time. Yeah, Marvel and DC, like them both. I never choose when there's two big things and you have to be team one or team the other. No, you're all right. I'm just going to like them both. Thanks. And the people who do get really into one and hate the other as a result, I can't even work out what their end goal is, what they want the other one to go away. Even though history has proven that when there's only one big wrestling company, wrestling's awful. There needs to be two companies so there's enough competition so they both end up quite good. When there's only one, it's rubbish. So everyone should want there to be two big successful companies. Right. Let's take McGallagher off because we don't want to break him. He's on his way back. Let's keep him healthy. Same goes for FM. I mean, FM's never really had a competitor, has it? That's the thing. Which has allowed it to become a little bit complacent. It would be ideal if there was a proper competitor, but there never has been. Like, I never played LMA Manager or FIFA Manager or anything like that. But I just can't imagine they would have been anywhere near as good. I remember having Premier Manager back when Championship Manager was just starting off. But as soon as I played Championship Manager, it was clearly so much better that I never went back to Premier Manager. It's Johnny Day! Team Tottenham and Team Arsenal then. I mean, that's an area where there doesn't need to be... You don't... I mean, you do have to choose because it's football. Football's different. Tottenham existing don't make Arsenal better. Tottenham exist purely to amuse everybody. No, never played FIFA Manager, never played LMA Manager. Never had a reason to. Was busy with Championship Manager. And even when the split happened, like 20 years ago, I never played the new version of Championship Manager. I followed SI. I went straight from Championship Manager 4 or 5, whichever the last one SI did, and just went straight onto Football Manager. Never even played the new version of Championship Manager. Just didn't feel the need for there to be two. Kenny Dalglish Soccer Manager was excellent. Agreed. Declan Frith doing what he should be doing in real life, although you'll all be excited to know that my Skybox is now waiting for my program to load. So it has turded itself up, as it always does when I'm streaming. It's baffling because it works fine when I'm not streaming, and I can't believe streaming puts that much strain on my super duper fast fibre broadband that I can't watch a bit of football on the telly at the same time. It's bonkers. Shoot! Can't turn it back on. Goodness me. And now my tens machine has finished its 90-minute cycle. It's 90 minutes since I showed you my bum cheeks. Let's turn that back on to get me through the rest of the stream. I guess I'm not watching the football because my Skybox won't even turn back on now. Ridiculous. We are still 1 point ahead of Sheffield United. We could do with them continuing to drop points. So we've got Portsmouth and Rotherham as our final couple of matches. Portsmouth need to win to get up into the playoffs. Rotherham need a win to not get relegated. We're playing against two quite motivated teams in our final games of the season. We might still bottle this title. Right, what I did want to look at is if Higgins is playing for Blackburn yet. Or if we can go and nick him. So he's 23. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're getting him, are we? He's already quite good for them. Wanted by Sheffield United. That's absurd. They're literally getting promoted with us. And they're like, yeah, we'll spend £11 million on this Premier League quality striker. Whereas I'm going to be scratching around for a non-league free transfer again. You managed the whole time Mrs. Shrew and I were in the kitchen making and eating pancakes without talking about your bum. Sorry? Do you want to call her back in and I'll get my bum out again? I like talking about the things that I like, and I like my bottom. What can I say? Oh, by the way, boys and girls, at the age of 43, something terrible has happened. If you've been watching my vlogs from the cruise, you'll have heard me complaining about my heel hurting. So I've done something. And I don't feel good about it. One moment. I'm really hoping that before I go to Manchester for this Lego convention, my heel heals enough so that I can wear my Dunks or my Jordans. But as an insurance policy, we've got the dad shoes. I'm going to have to go out in public in them. Oh. And the annoying thing is, they're so comfortable. Oh, they're so comfortable. Welcome to old age, embrace it, Kev. Oh. I think I had a good run. I've always been a sneaker guy, a trainer guy. I love my trainers. But I just don't think, with the way my heel is at the moment, I just don't think I can do a convention in a pair of Jordans or a pair of Dunks or my Air Force Ones or any of my nice trainers. I've got a lot of nice trainers. And I'm going to be going out in New Balance this weekend. I'm a chef and I've been wearing them for years. They're too comfortable not to wear. Yeah, that's the problem. They are comfortable. I was wearing them for a bit earlier. They are comfortable. I just hope it's a temporary issue and it's because I've got a heel injury and it's going to be a short-term thing and I'll be back wearing nice shoes before long. I fear, though, I turned 44 this summer. I fear that this might be my future staring at me. I've still got like 3 pairs of Jordans still in their box that they're just being kept for a nice occasion in different colourways that I've bought. I might never get to wear them. This is literally Kev's heel turn. It's finally happened. I've got Adidas ones for a thing of beauty. What Adidas ones? I have got, because when I did FIFA, I had to buy a bunch of Adidas trainers because FIFA are sponsored by Adidas, so we got a little trainer budget. So I got some Stan Smiths and some Sambas and some Superstars. So I've got some nice Adidas trainers, but they're also, none of them are comfortable. Just like none of the Nike ones are comfortable. They look cool. None of them are comfortable. Call the Jordans and investments. I've literally got a pair of Jordans in the LOLLUJO channel colours, and I don't even have those channel colours anymore. But I've got the purple and yellowy orange colourway Jordans that I've never worn. They're just in the box, basically waiting for an opportunity to do something. Like if I ever do TV as LOLLUJO, when I first got the FIFA gig, it was, well, I'm obviously wearing those Jordans. That's what they're for. And then they were like, yeah, you have to wear Adidas. We've given away a penalty. Poor bed. We've given away a penalty. Oh, Gracie saving more penalties. Sell the Jordans to buy more Lego, maybe. Get some decent insoles for the Jordans. The problem is, on the other foot, where I don't have because I tried this while we were away. I went to Decathlon and got some proper like gel insoles to wear in my Dunks, and they helped the heel, but on the other foot I've got a massive bunion again because I'm old. So on the other foot I've got a massive bunion, and the insoles made the Dunks too tight over the bunion. So I tried just wearing the insole in the one with the bad heel, but they were so thick and so padded. It was like half an inch difference, and it was just that was hurting my back, wobbling around all over the place. Basically, I've spent far too much money trying to allow myself to continue wearing young person shoes, and this week I finally gave in and ordered some old man shoes. And this might be my future. This might be it now. I'll probably have a couple of transitional years where I'll keep a nice pair of trainers in the car. Like if we're going out somewhere where there's not much walking, well, I'll wear the New Balance to drive and to walk there, but I'll change into my Jordans on the way into the restaurant. But yeah, I think I'm an old man shoe guy now. I hate it. It's rubbish. Take something comfy on the next cruise. I think by the time we go on another cruise, I'll be all in on these things because they are so comfortable. I mean, we've got Florida coming up in 2 months. I think I'm going to wear these. I think these are my Florida shoes as well. It's Johnny Day! Get a sponsorship from them. Yeah, I mean, I would have gone for Skechers if it wasn't for Harry Kane. Harry Kane's ruined Skechers for me, so that's why I had to go New Balance. This is a punishment for the hairline and dark hair. I mean, then I'm getting 2 punishments at once because my beard has really turned in the last year. The beard is going to be white within a year. My hair's starting. There's a little bit of grey coming in at the front now. I'm going to be, I reckon by the time I'm 45, I'll be completely grey hair and beard. Because the speed the beard has gone since it started going. And now I'm noticing a little bit at the front of my hair. I think, yeah, the hairline's rock solid. That's never going anywhere. But it's going to be silver by the time I'm 45. And it's too late for me to start dyeing it. It's Johnny Day. Come on. I needed to start dyeing this 2 years ago for it to not be noticeable. It's too obvious now. COSI, it's the stress from FM25 being cancelled. Agreed. Completely agree. Sure, you get free bus travel with those trainers. Well, I mean, I'm up for that. I like free things. But yeah, like I say, hopefully it's a temporary blip. It's a heel injury. I hurt my heel on the train back from London the other week. I basically got up before our station to get our luggage down, and the train lurched and I kind of fell forward, but my foot stayed planted and I fell forward, and I just felt the bottom of my heel just... It was like a tearing sensation. I don't think I've torn anything in there, but it did feel like it was tearing at the time. I've obviously not been to the doctor about it because I don't go to the doctors. But yeah, I've pulled a muscle in my heel or something, so it just hurts to walk on. So hopefully, with a little bit of rest and some comfy trainers for a few weeks, I'll be back being a cool young guy again in no time. I'm 43 this Saturday and the hair and beard are all white. You have nice genes. Thank you very much. I'll compliment my dad, who is bald with white hair. Have you maybe pulled your Achilles tendon? No, because it's not the back of the heel, it's the base of the heel. When I'm standing up, it feels like I'm standing on glass on the bottom of my heel. It's when I Googled it, using the Google diagnosis, it's plantar fasciitis or something like that's what it sounds like. I'm 37 with silver hair and salt and pepper beard. Yeah, I've had a good run. But I think that's what I'm suffering from. So hopefully just wearing some cushioned trainers for a few weeks will allow that to heal. And then I can, like I say, go back to being the coolest guy you know. If it carries on for much longer, I'll go to the doctors, reluctantly. You need one of those spiky yellow balls. You roll your foot back and forth on it. Interesting. I will investigate. It's noticeably improved the last few days with me not walking loads on it every day. Injuring it just before I go on a cruise where I was doing like 20,000 steps a day every day probably wasn't the best timing. Whereas since I've been back, I've not really walked about much at all. I've barely left the house. So it doesn't hurt anywhere near as much today as it did. But I still don't want to go and rip it apart again by walking around Manchester all weekend in cool guy shoes. So I'm hoping a weekend in the old man shoes and then more rest. And before you know it, it'll be good as new. I use a ball under my foot when it gets really bad, but switching to shoes with arch support handles it most of the time. Well, these have definitely got that. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Maybe I'll become a runner. Are these running shoes? It says NB running on them. I'm a runner now. Oh, who'd have thought? I never knew I could run, but they let me have the shoes. We're going to win the league, folks. I know we're trying to have a nice chat about my ageing and my shoes, but with a game to go, it's got to go spectacularly wrong on the last day. I mean, Sheffield United do have us for goal difference, but we are 3 points clear and they're in rotten form. We're in good form. And Rotherham have now already been relegated, so they have nothing to play for either. So we just need to beat already relegated Rotherham, a draw at home against already relegated Rotherham, and we win the league. Which would be spectacular. Ben Tree. Is he? Is he? Lovely stuff. I mean, I don't know that extending their loans will help us win the title. They're here for the match anyway. We'll worry about that on Thursday when we do the transfers. What flavour holy is it tonight? It is the lime, mint and matcha iced tea. It is my favourite by a mile. I really love it. I drink it every day. I realise that in order to actually do my job of promoting them properly, I should probably be drinking some other flavours as well. But my counter to that is it's their own fault because they sent me a bunch of tubs of just my favourite flavour. So they can send me these packets of all the other flavours all they like. But if they're going to send me tubs of my favourite flavour, I'm going to drink them first because they're delicious. So yeah, I'm on that flavour still, as I will be until it's all gone. And then I'll drink all the other delicious flavours because I've had some of the other flavours. Before I decided that was my favourite, I worked around all of them. Told them that was my favourite. So they sent me like 6 tubs of it. It's like, well, thank you, but that is now all I'm going to drink. I had that one the other day as part of the starter pack, and I eventually got, and yes, it is 100% refreshing. It is very good. It's very tasty. Oh, manager of the month for your old pal Kev. Lovely stuff. What's this? He's won the English Under-21 Premier Division Player of the Month. Why are we in the Under-21 Premier Division? How do I see the Under-21 Premier Division? I don't understand why we're in the Under-21 Premier Division. How do I see their fixtures? I don't know how to play this game! Can I just Google this? Under-21 Premier Division? Is that what it was called? Because then I would question, why is it not called the Under-21 Premier League when they've got the Premier League licence now? No. Club. And then club site. Aha. Fixture schedule. The English Under-21 Premier Division, Division 2. Okay, that makes more sense. So there's multiple divisions of Premier Division. Of course there is. So what's the... I don't care. I don't care enough to really look into it. Right, final game. Let's win the league. Just need a draw against already relegated Rotherham. Lovely defending. Beautiful stuff. I'd like a McGilligot goal to secure the title, but Really, it has to be Johnny Day, doesn't it? One last Johnny Day. We said it when we got promoted. I mean, you got to remember, Johnny Day signed for us in non-league. And we've said it every promotion we've had. Surely he's not going to be able to step up another level. And I've got to say it again, there's surely no chance Johnny Day is going to be good enough for the Championship. Because if he is, we should have signed him for Wigan when we went there. But goodness me, he's proven he's good enough for League One. It's Johnny Day, everybody! That's the 100th league goal of his career. What a man! How many of them has he scored for us? What a goal that is as well. Just, what a player. How do I want to see his career stats. So, I mean, he needs another 4 goals to get to his 100th goal for Bedford. His 100th league goal for Bedford. He's going to do it. He's going to get them all today. We want his 100th league goal for Bedford on promotion day, because then he might never play for us again. Or he might prove that he's good enough for the Championship as well. He's in again. To Miguelico! I know FM26 will go down probably as the year of Rob Harley, if all goes to plan. This save, I imagine, will make more of a fuss about Miguelico long term. But Johnny Day has got to be in my FM26 team of the year, surely. These 4 seasons he's had at Bedford across 3 different divisions. What a signing. He cost us nothing when we were in non-league. What a man. What a name and what a man. And there's Mr. Neil off of the next gen, and I thought Miguelico had scored. Right, how is Sheffield United doing? They're winning as well, presumably. So we do need to be... But this is a situation where we should have that league table on in the highlights. So we can make sure everything is going to plan. There you go. Oh, they're not winning. They're losing. We're 6 points ahead of them as it stands. We're going to win the bleeping league. Oh, look at us. Playing lovely, lovely football. We're just good at football. Who are we? We are Bedford. And we are about to win League One. As we charge up the leagues. What holy flask do I have? I like the blue one you have, but can't seem to find it on the website in the starter pack. I have the blue one, which isn't in here at the moment. Is it? Is it still in my backpack? Yeah, it's. Hold on. Because at home I use this one. This one's a bit too heavy to take with me. This is the big 1 litre one, which I think is new and is in a starter pack. The blue one, which is still in my backpack from the cruise, is this one, which came in a starter pack. I don't know if it's still in one. I know they just sent Anna a starter pack for the cruise, and she got a pink version of this. So this style is definitely in starter packs at the moment. Maybe that colour currently isn't available, but for home use, I like this one because you can fit a double serving in this. And I like a double serving. Right. Couple more goals, please, just to make it safe. I'm glad you mentioned it, though, because this has still got some cruise juice in. So this needs... The advantage is you can put them in the dishwasher. So this needs a wash. So, yeah. That'll be getting a wash now. You've reminded me it exists. because I'll need to take that to Manchester this weekend. Sheffield United are 4-0 down. We've got this wrapped up, haven't we? We are bleeping champions. Here he goes. Yeah, maybe they are just out of stock at the moment. I think there's a new drop incoming. They've got some new flavours coming out any time now, which I think are going to have new flasks attached to them as well. They are sending me the new flavours for March, because they do new flavour drops. I mean, they're quite a cool company. I feel like maybe I can't wear cool trainers anymore, but I can consume cool liquids. I've never been involved in a beverage company that do flavour drops before, but they're doing flavour drops. So expect me to be talking about some new flavours soon. Right, let's get all the strikers on and try and get some football goals. And on the topic of things that are coming soon, I mentioned it at the start of the stream, so I'll mention it again now as a reminder. As of Thursday night, if all goes to plan with Matt coming and fixing my computer tomorrow, Henderson, he's in again. We should be streaming on Kick as well. So it'll be YouTube, Twitch and Kick. So if you want to carry on watching on Twitch and YouTube, you can. There's no reason to change from where you currently watch. But if you happen to prefer Kick, we will be multi-streaming to Kick as well from Thursday. I'm LOLLUJO on there as well. So if you want to follow me on there, if you use Kick, fill your boots. But yeah, we're now Kick partners as well. Do I recall correctly that you avoid hot beverages? No, I don't avoid hot beverages. I like coffee. I can only have 3. I'm only allowed 3 cups of coffee a day. My doctor made me promise not to, because I used to drink loads of coffee. So I've had to cut the amount of coffee I have. I don't drink energy drinks. So I haven't tried any of the holy energy drinks because I don't drink energy drinks. Anna's been drinking them though and says they're delicious. But yeah, I love iced tea. So on that basis, I'm still the ideal spokesperson for them. Why Kick? Weren't you anti-gambling? I've never been anti-gambling. I don't promote gambling. But Kick's just a streaming platform, isn't it? Are they owned by somebody, by a gambling company? Maybe I don't know the ins and outs of how it works. But they're not a gambling it's not like a gambling site. Yeah, I know I've still got an injured player on the pitch. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? We've made all... Okay, no, we've not made all our substitutions. Yeah, I don't promote gambling or alcohol, but I'm not anti-gambling. And the honest answer to why Kick? Why anything in this game, boys and girls? They asked if I could stream there non-exclusively. I said, oh, I'll add you to my multi-stream. They were like, yeah, do it. All right, I'll do it then. Johnny Day nearly in again. Get some more delicious juice into me. Lovely stuff. Would try Holy, but the shipping is expensive. I would say look at the total cost per drink and see how that compares to buying whatever drinks you drink at the moment. I don't know how it compares, but that's the maths I'd be doing. I'm ready. I've custom prepared a trophy for this very occasion. Built this earlier. There's McGilligot's goal. God, he's scored a lot of goals this season, hasn't he? It's fitting that he's got the last one. But considering he's come straight out of non-league, he will be good in the Championship, I think. I think he's going to score lots of goals next year. Johnny Day, I worry about. But McGilligot, he's going to play in the Premier League for Bedford. Are you ready? Boys and girls, they said it couldn't be done. They said it would never happen. But Bedford Town Football Club are the champions of League One. We did not have this on our bingo cards at the start of today's episode. We were so far behind. We started today's stream like 12 points away from Sheffield United. They have absolutely crumbled. And here we go. Come on, lift it. Come on then. Champions. Oh, look at cool guy Kev wearing his lovely white trainers. His little Air Force ones. I need to change my manager profile, don't I? I'd put some dad trainers on him. Oh, look at him. He looks so cool in those shoes. Those were the days. I'm guessing a code for Holy Works on the Start Set Deluxe Thermo Shaker as well as the other one. Yeah, I think there's yes, the code works on everything on their site as far as I know off the top of my head. I haven't read the brief for a little while. Whoever wanted the same blue bottle as Kev, you can get it in the starter pack for an extra £15 instead of one of the free options. There you go. What's happening here? Oh, we're congratulating players. Okay. Lovely stuff. Look at that. Comfortably champions. Sheffield United are a disgrace to promotion. They got promoted and never won a match afterwards. Iconic Chapman builds Bedford legacy. Yeah, I'm iconic. How do we see that? I want to see the icons list. Am I everyone's favourite Bedford man? I don't know where you look for it now. No, I thought it was on here. Is it on there? No. Where do you see the legends and icons and things? Facts. Kev's a legend. Fact. Stats. No. Club info. Ah, legends and icons. I am the only icon. Johnny Day and Bruno Sena are the favoured personnel. Weirdly, he's a striker and he's a forward. What's Bruno Sena up to now? Playing for Gresford Athletic in Wales. There you go. McGilligot's going to be on there soon enough, I think. Flower's injured. Nobody cares. We are in the Championship. Someone said playing Wigan and Blackburn next year. Wigan were in our league this year. Wigan might be coming up with us, but at the moment we've been promoted and they haven't. Presumably Blackburn are going to be in the Championship, although they could be in the Premier League. Championship. I mean, that's... Oh. Laggy. No, yeah, Blackburn. Oh, Blackburn could still theoretically get promoted. One game to go. They're just outside of the playoffs, so Blackburn might avoid us. We're coming for him. We are coming for him. But boys and girls, we'll wrap things up there. Thursday night will be the transfer window when we try and put together a team that can stay in the Championship, which is going to be no mean feat with the pitiful amount of money that we've got available to us. And the bank balance is terrifying. It's going to be an interesting stream on Thursday. And I will see you then. Toodle pip, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the incredible support this evening as well. We got loads of new subs. And I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye. Big smiles.